Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Vanessa Cosmo and I love all things beauty related. Today is a very special video as it is in collaboration with LILYSILK. So a huge thank you to LILYSILK for collaborating with me and sponsoring this video. I am so excited to be partnering with them. I never thought that a lifestyle brand would want to reach out to me and collaborate. So this is truly a dream come true because although I talk predominantly about makeup, I really do love other lifestyle products outside of just makeup. So let me tell you a little bit about LILYSILK. If you haven't heard of them, you should definitely check them out. I've included some inserts of the silk pillowcase in my bedroom, as well as two outfits I styled using the Women's Basic Placard silk blouse. So while those are playing, I'll tell you a little bit more about LILYSILK. So LILYSILK focuses on being environmentally conscious and inspiring people to live a better and more sustainable life. LILYSILK works with TerraCycle to help with zero waste production, so leftover fabric remains from clothing or bedding are then turned into accessories such as silk eye masks and scrunchies. Now, TerraCycle works with some of the leading companies of the world to take hard to recycle materials and then turn them into new products. As part of LILYSILK's commitments to the environment, their packaging is also 100% recycled or reusable and made responsibly. Let's talk a bit about their products and the benefits of silk, because I honestly didn't realize how many benefits there were. LILYSILK products are made with 100% natural mulberry silk. They use only the highest 6A long mulberry silk fibers, which is rich in over 18 different amino acids, so that every inch of your skin and every strand of your hair will be cared for in a natural way. Not only is silk known to have natural antimicrobial, antibacterial, and antiviral properties, it is also a very breathable fabric that allows heat to escape through it, which provides a constant fresh air stream without having to worry about feeling cold. You can bet I'm going to be packing my basic women's placard with me on every summer vacation going forward. I also want to note that the fabric is extremely lightweight compared to other fabrics, especially ones I've tried such as cotton and linen, but it's also known to be one of the world's most strongest natural textile fibers, which means it's able to withstand accidental damage, making it a really durable option and adding to the overall quality of the pieces. So if you've been looking to invest in more quality pieces for your wardrobe, I'd suggest you take a look at LILYSILK. I never owned anything that was silk before. LILYSILK sent me this beautiful shirt that I'm wearing today. I will have all the items they sent me linked down below. So let's talk about this shirt first. This is the basic concealed placket for women. I got the shade Natural White and I'm wearing a size XL. They have a sizing guide on their website. You can go in and check out what size you might be if you know your measurements. As for the feeling of this shirt, it feels so soft, silky smooth, very comfortable to wear, very flexible and movable. I am really looking forward to getting a whole bunch of use out of this. You're gonna be sick of it, but I am going to be wearing this a lot in upcoming videos. I'll have my measurements listed down below in case you're curious where you fall compared to me and the fit. I also have a code you can use to get an additional 12% off. So it's Cosmo12. I will have that right here for you, but also linked down below. So feel free to check it out. You're definitely not obligated to use the code. I don't make any commission off of it. It's just for you to get an additional 12% off. LILYSILK works really hard to have zero waste within their production line. So anything that is left over from their bedding, they will try and make pillowcases out of, but they also offer eye masks and some scrunchies. So they actually sent over a pack of 4 scrunchies in all different sizes. They have these available on their website. Again, link down below. I got black because I just feel like it would look so nice with the contrasting white. I have one here just in a messy bun, and I've really just been using these so often. I like the small one because you can just use it for a quick updo. So let me show you. This one is a great little like ponytail. So if I'm just running out the door and I want to have my hair done up, literally just in a ponytail, take the small one and voila, I'm good to go. If I want something a little bit heftier, this is the next size up. This one, again, I really like for the messy side bun or a back bun. So I've actually utilized this a few times where I was headed to work and hadn't really showered my hair. And so I just put it up in a little bun and was good to go, which I really like that style. And then the next size is what I was using for my side bun. So this is the second largest one. And then the largest one right here, you can see the size difference from the second largest and then from the smallest. This is the one that I use every night. So silk is really good for your hair because it helps with dry ends and preventing breakage. So what I'll do is just at night, I put my hair up pretty much in a bun and then I sleep on the silk pillowcase, and that just helps keep my hair healthy and less damaged. So that's what I've been liking. It also just is really nice for holding it all up in a really high bun. I also will sport this when I'm going out for a walk with my dog. So I've been a big lover of their scrunchies and have been using them pretty much every single day. So this one right here is the 22 Mom Oxford pillowcase. I got the shade navy blue. One of the biggest changes I've noticed from sleeping on a silk pillowcase as opposed to a cotton pillowcase is that my skin has dramatically gotten better. Now, when I changed to the silk pillowcase, I was going through one of the worst acne breakouts I've had in years, and I really haven't been feeling good about my skin. So I made a few changes in my nighttime skincare routine, but in addition to sleeping on the silk pillowcase, I noticed that my skincare treatments were actually staying on my skin rather than being absorbed into the pillowcase, which was happening with the cotton ones I've used in the past. I'm now looking to repurchase a second one for my husband so we can both match, but also so his dry skin can stay hydrated throughout the night, because he's constantly remarking when we wake up in the morning that my skin is looking so fresh, glowy, and radiant. And that's because my nighttime skincare treatments are actually staying on my face and not being transferred and absorbed into my pillow. You can check out their website. They have a whole bunch of other bedding options. They have clothing. They even have options for men. So if you're looking for something for your husband, your partner, your boyfriend, your brother, your dad, you can find items there as well. So overall, I've been so impressed with them, but really LILYSILK has blown me out of the water, and I definitely recommend checking them out. So let's get into today's video. Today's video, I'm going to show you 12 different lipsticks that I feel would complete any collection, and these are the only 12 I think you will need. I didn't buy anything new. This is all from my collection, and I actually swatched 202 to be exact. I didn't realize I had that many lipsticks in my collection, but it was a lot. Let's just get into it. What I'm gonna do is swatch them on my lips. I'll tell you a little about each one, and then I'll swatch them on my arm for you so you can get an idea of the various lipsticks that I think you should have in your collection. So one thing I want to say, I want to add a little disclaimer before we go on. Our lip colors are all very different and vary from person to person. Mine are a little bit more mauvey and pale. Yours might be a little bit more cherry red. So these lipsticks may look different on you. The first one comes from FLOWERBeauty. This is called Almost Nude. It is their liquid lipstick. I'm going to go ahead and put it on, and then I'll explain to you why I thought this was a great starting point. So as you can see, this is a very pale lipstick. Oh my gosh, I look ridiculous. But the reason I picked something so pale and why I feel like it's an essential to any lipstick collection is because this works so well with anything that might be darker and you just feel like you need to tone that down, or you're wanting to create a little bit of a different color. If I was to use this with a darker lipstick, I'm going to go in with my darkest berry tone. So I worked from pinks and reds in the first section, and then I will include all the browns and oranges in the second part. This is Ladies Night from Hudabeauty. As you can see, it is very, very dark. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this on top just to demonstrate how this will change the look of this lipstick. Now what the FLOWERBeauty lipstick is gonna do is gonna work to create a lip color that is not within the 12 that I've picked, but is something you might want to wear at some point. I don't own this color, but I don't need to own it because I can easily use a very light shade and a dark shade to create this. And so that's why I feel like having this type of lipstick is essential, because you can do so much with it when you pair it with other lipsticks. So that's number one. The second lipstick that I have for you is Lovely Nude from Guerlain. This is a fairly new one to me in my collection. I feel like this is an everyday nude. I cannot stop wearing it. It's very soft, it's very subtle. If I want to make it a little bit lighter, I can do so with the FLOWERBeauty one. So this is my number two. So number three is another pinky tone, but this one is just a step up above the Guerlain one. This is from Revlon. It is the shade 004 Wild Thoughts. This one's a bit on the warm tone, where the Guerlain one is a bit more on the cool tone. Now, I had to include a pink like this because I feel like this is just a very feminine color. It's something that's a little bit more elevated than your basic nude, but it's still within that comfort zone of being appropriate for any occasion. All right, moving up the pink ladder. The fourth lipstick is another drugstore option. This one is from Almay. It is called Be Fearless. It is a very vibrant hot pink. This is the lipstick I was wearing when I was styling the LILYSILK basic placard with the jeans. I think this is so fun for spicy date nights or girls' night outs where you just want to be super vibrant or you're just feeling a little bit sassy. Wow. As soon as I put this on, I feel uber confident. I definitely recommend this one because the minute you put it on, you will just feel your power self come through. All right, our fifth one is actually Dior. We're moving into the red, so we're definitely jumping up and getting a little bit more bold. This right here is a vibrant, beautiful, classic type of red from Dior. This is the shade 760 Favorite Velvet. It does, I don't know if you can really see, but it really does have that velvet texture to it. It is absolutely stunning. And I'll be honest, this is the shade I have the most in my collection. I probably found it maybe 10 times over. I think having a classic red lip is an essential in any makeup collection, whether you only have 3 or 4 lip products and just a foundation and concealer. Get yourself a red lip. It really will be something that will take your makeup game to the next level, even if you have a very simple routine. Recommend using a lip liner. The one I have recommended is 145 Very Cherry from Maybelline. This one has a nice retractable tip, so you don't have to worry about sharpening it. This is also a very sophisticated lady color, very polished, elegant, all the things you may want to be or not. Number 6 is one that went in the order, came out, and then went back in. This is from patrickta. It is the shade She's Hard to Get, and it is a vibrant fuchsia. Now you may be thinking this closely resembles the Almay one, but they are definitely very different colors. So this has more of like a red kind of blue undertone. This leans a little bit more warm and spicy. So I had to put it in because I feel like having a bold fuchsia is just another one of those power colors. This one again has that kind of nice velvety texture to it. But I will say this is a very matte formula. Really does have good longevity, which is nice for the bold colors because you don't get as much transfer and you don't get as much movement with this. It really does stay in place. So I recommend this, but it also may kind of dry your lips out. So put maybe a balm down or have a balm in place before you apply this. It just speaks for itself. It is so stunning. so pretty, or what I'm seeing on my monitor is that it definitely looks like the red, but it's got that pinkness to it. So a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more feminine, and a lot more fun than just the classic red. All right, the last one is Ladies Night. This is from Hudabeauty. This is a very deep purple, kind of borders on the brown, but very berry type of lip. I very much enjoy this for vampy looks, the winter, fall. I feel like this is a really nice lip to wear. As you can see, when I paired this with the FLOWERBeauty, it created a more very unique purple, something that might be hard to find elsewhere, but you can make on your own by pairing these two together. So we're moving on to the browns. This is the last deepest, darkest shade for the berries. Although I do have darker ones in my collection, I just felt for like what the average person would be wearing, this is probably as deep as I would go in this tone. I think it's really pretty. We are more than halfway through, so before we get into the browns, there's kind of one that's like in between. I found it really hard to place it, but it's such a unique color that I feel like I had to include it. So this one right here is like an orangey red. It's somewhere in between. This one in particular is from Ofra. It is the shade Venice. Now I know their packaging has since been updated, but that just kind of tells you how long I've had this. After swatching all the oranges and red lipsticks that I had, this one just was somewhere just in the middle that nothing really came close to it. So I had to include it because I feel like it's something really nice to have. I would be wearing this more in the spring, summer, and fall. Now, to all appearances, this might look very similar to the Dior one. However, when swatched side by side, this one has a lot more like fluorescence to it, a lot more like orange and yellow, whereas the Dior one has more of that blue cool toned. What I really like about a shade like this is not only is it very vibrant, but it really stands out and brings attention to your lips as opposed to the rest of your face. So this looks really good for just a simple one and done kind of eye look. So if you're just gonna put on some bronzer in the eyelid, put on a black liner, some bold false lashes, and then just wear bronzer and highlighter on your cheeks, with this, you're good to go. It's a very simplified lipstick that's gonna elevate your makeup game and just make it look like you really brought it. But you could put this on with a makeup look that you did in like less than 10 minutes. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8. This is number 8. So, okay, we're gonna scale it back to more wearable comfort zones for those of you who feel like the last 4 or 5 are ones you might never wear. Okay, so this one right here is from Maybelline. It is the shade 370 Spice for Life, and this is one of my favorite orangey brown tones. I really feel like it straddles perfectly the orange but also the brown realms. So let's pop it on. You don't need a lip liner for this one. It's a very subtle brown, nothing too intense. If you wanted to lighten this one up, you could go ahead and add a little bit of the FLOWERBeauty. So let's just do that. You don't have to coat the whole lip with this. You can just pop a bit in the center to kind of give it that highlighted look that's really popular. And then take your hand or your finger and smudge it. And now you have something a lot more neutral and toned down. If I take the Almay one, I know this might seem like a lot. We're using 3 different lipsticks, but let's just say all you had were these 12 lipsticks. Go ahead and pop this on. You now have like a more strawberry type of pink. Still a nude, super wearable, but you've just created this using 3 different lipsticks in your collection. There's no need to go out and buy this because you can make it on your own. So hopefully you're getting what I'm saying about these being 12 basic lipsticks that you can use to kind of mix and match and create your own within your own collection. Let's take it up another notch And we're gonna add the Dior one and just see what that does. Now this is a strawberry color. It's not really red, it's not really orange, it's not really pink, it's somewhere in between. This is from Makeup Forever and it is the Rouge Artist Lipstick in the shade 120 Ignited Lava. As you can see, it is a very bold kind of deep maroon brown. I also am a big fan of the Rouge Artist lipsticks. I find them really easy to apply, a very creamy formula, and they have really good longevity. This is a very deep brown. It's not the same as the Hudabeauty one. You can see them side by side. I would say they're both deep in depth, but in color, one leans brown and the other leans purple. If you're someone with those cool tone undertones, you may want something more suited to you, which would be the Hudabeauty. If you like more warm tones, comforting ones, this is like a deep kind of reddy chestnut, you could go with the Ignited Lava. This one is new to me over the Christmas holidays. It is from McGrath. It is the shade Vendetta. This is a very nice, unique red lipstick. Like I said, I went and swatched over 202 lipsticks, and this red was one that stood out as well because I didn't really see anything else like it in my collection. I feel like this is a very old style movie star red, something that I imagine from like the 1940s. It made me feel like more Hollywood glam vibes, and it's just so sophisticated, so elegant. I really needed to include it. This is one you definitely want to wear a lip liner with, so I'm going to apply one. For this, I'm just using the LisaEldridge Velvet Duchess. This one does come close to it, but it's not an exact. It is super deep, does have those blue undertones. It just makes the rest of my face makeup look very on point and kind of elegant. I hope you understand why I'm saying this is like a 1940s Hollywood vibe, because it's just so pure. Again, another favorite I had to include, especially if you're a lover of red lipsticks. This one, if I was to pick any of the reds that, you know, I'd say drop some of the other reds, keep one. This is the one I would say to keep, not only because of the packaging, but because it feels so nice and creamy, but the color is absolutely the most unique. So number 11, we've got one left to go. So let's quickly take a look at it. This is from Melt Cosmetics. It is the shade Ebony. So this is the last one. It is a very deep brown that almost looks blacky, kind of gray. I'll just come a little bit closer so you can see. It is very intense, very smoky. This is a lip that, again, I feel like is actually quite wearable if you do the right kind of makeup look for it. So very soft, kind of glam like what I've done, and you really let the lip shine. This is one that I feel like it's vampy, it's a little bit goth, but it's also kind of sexy, seductive, moody. It's a whole vibe on its own. So I want to include it because, again, it is a very unique color that I feel like you would be hard pressed to create with any of the other ones, but could use to deepen up anything else. Reached the end of all the lipsticks that I feel like are the only ones you need in your collection. I hope you found it very informative, and let me know down below if you agree with me or if you have some of your faves that are your ride or dies and you would keep in your collection. I feel like with this you get that mixed bag of different colors that you might want to wear throughout the year and for different makeup looks. Now, one more thing I want to say about lipsticks is they really can change the way your makeup looks. So if you're someone who has a simplified routine, but you're looking to change things up, lipsticks are kind of that easy way to do that. So if you're someone who's a little bit scared of blush, try and add color with your lipstick. And I think that's a really great starting place for anyone who's new to makeup or has been around for a while but is just getting bored of the same old, same old. And hopefully with these suggestions, you'll be able to find something that works for you. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me with this video. Thank you to LILYSILK again for sponsoring it. Seriously, a huge dream come true. I am in love with the products I have tried so far. With that, we'll wrap it up here. I look forward to seeing you all in my next one. I hope you have a great day wherever you are. I love you all so much. Bye.